If your business isn't currently investing in mastering their lead tracking, you are losing money. I saw a really interesting case study yesterday. It was published by a well-known content creator on Instagram, and they said that they just stumbled across a business that had a 55% closure rate on leads into the company. 55% of all the leads that came through the door off paid media, they were converting into customers. There is one thing that they are doing that ties into mastering lead tracking that will help you to understand why they're successful and where you might be finding challenges. That company had a full-time employee that's sole job was to call leads within 10 seconds of them inquiring with the business, and that was leading to that level of conversion. The point I'm trying to paint with that case study is that if you aren't tracking every stage of what happens with a lead, you aren't able to optimize it, and you're never able to reach the desired outcomes that you have when it comes to lead conversion. Some practical things you can do today to start making this work is get a CRM, make your salespeople use it, make them use it accurately, and put as much data into it as they possibly can. That is obviously going to help a lot long term when it comes to if that salesperson ever leaves or anything like that, you'll get a disproportionately high level of value out of that CRM than you could probably ever imagine, because another salesperson can come in and take over. But also for you as the business owner, it means you can actually optimize your sales process. And that's probably the most important part out of all of it, is a 5% increase in conversion here and a 10% increase there can make a really big difference to your bottom line and the return on investment of your marketing. So a couple practical takeaways there is, if you're considering trying to step your game up a little bit when it comes to mastering your lead tracking, I fully support you. I think it's a phenomenal thing for you to do. What you need to start with is downloading a CRM and onboarding all of your salespeople onto it, and then you need to start looking at data. The way that I view that data is I look at it at each stage. So I look at lead to contact, contact to meeting, meeting to proposal sent, and then proposal signed at the end. I look at all of the percentages at each stage. So are you 100% lead into lead contact? You probably don't want to know the answer now, but it's worth finding out because it won't be true. From there, what's the percentage of contact and meeting booked? And then also look at the time frames at each of those stages. After a meeting happens, how long does it take to send a proposal? Is it a week? Because after a week, the impulse desire to move is probably gone. Just starting to consider those things could have a massive impact on your outcomes. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please follow us everywhere. Check us out on Instagram. Do all of those sorts of things. We're going to continue to keep publishing these and putting value out to you guys. And I'm really hoping that they're practical and they're able to do what's required. They give you what's required to feel good about listening to them. So thank you for listening if you got this far, and I'll see you on the next one.